What habits do you have that you think differentiate you? I'm sure that you look in the mirror, you say, "I'm just a normal guy." People outside, they look at it and they go, "How did this guy do this?" You picked up a
Yeah.
book, you started, you know, relatively quickly started having amazing results. You didn't have a history of being an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, what types of habits do you have that, like, when you look at other runners or other people, you go like, "Oh man, you're not doing that, really?" Okay,
Right.
or like what do you think it is that differentiates you in your day-to-day habits?
I think it's the mental approach. I think it's the dedication behind your craft. I recognize that, I've been in the country, in the US for 15 years. And throughout my, I was in the fashion industry before. I had a pretty successful modeling career. And even through that, even before I even started running, I always kind of developed myself, or at least my mind and my approach towards that American dream mindset, which is about working hard, working, like dedicating your whole self to whatever you're doing. Because that is part of what the American dream is about. It's about being, achieving, reaching for your best self, achieving your success, whichever level we may, we may wanna interpret it, whether it's financial or personal growth and that. And so I've been reading tons and tons of books of, motivational speakers, of even like spiritual guides that would not just talk about the material success, rather about the journey of bettering yourself, because that in itself becomes purposeful. Money come and go, financials come and go, and the material doesn't really answer those deeper questions that we all have. Because yes, money and financial stability help you live a comfortable life, but those are not the key points of living a good life. And so to me at that point became a search of, how can I be the best at what I do? And when I was modeling, that applied to modeling. And I was working out every day. I was eating what I needed to eat. I was on top of it. I was professional. I was on time. I was, walking the steps as you need to do it. And then when the running came, I simply applied the same lessons, the same approach to it. So do I need to run this many miles a week? I'm going to run this many miles a week, whether it rains, snows, hails, there's a thunderstorms, I would lace up my shoes and get out the door. There would not be one misstep along the way, because I knew that if I walked the walk, I would have been able to achieve what I set out to do. And to the day, I live by that. I live by that commitment. I live by that dedication, So it's of course, it requires an outstanding amount of energy, focus, and commitment, especially when it's ugly outside or when it's cold and you don't feel like going out and you're like, oh, maybe I'll just skip a day. No, because the day that you rest, it's a day that sets you back. And I don't want to sound like, too, I don't want to say like psychotic at it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's what makes a difference in between, failure and success. You need to be willing to do what other people are not doing, leaving no stones unturned. I don't know if you know the term. Like, you need to practice your physical, you need to practice your nutrition, you need to condition your mind. So I did a lot of different practices that allow me to develop myself. And to the day, I'm still exploring that. It's a never ending journey. And that's part of the fascination of it. It's, you're never arrived. You're never
Mm-hmm.
arrived. And if if you're never satisfied, you will always continue to grow. So never settle. Doesn't matter how many wins you got.